Let me tell you something right now. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming the way it unfolded. Japan walked into this Group F clash against Sweden, carrying the weight of an entire nation on their backs. They'd already drawn with the Netherlands, beaten Tunisia 4-0, and now they needed a result against one of the most dangerous attacking sides in this entire World Cup. And Sweden came in with Viktor Gyökeres, Alexander Isak, and Anthony Elanga, a front three that has terrorized defenses across Europe all season long. On paper, this was Sweden's match to lose, but football doesn't get played on paper. The first half was a war of nerves. Two sides, both disciplined, both organized, both absolutely refusing to give an inch. Japan held 51% of the ball, and that right there tells you something extraordinary. This wasn't the Japan of old sitting back and absorbing pressure. This was a Japan that wanted to control the game, that wanted to dictate the tempo, that believed in their quality. And Sweden was probing, looking for cracks, Gyokeres dropping deep, Isak making those diagonal runs behind the Japanese backline that make defenders age 10 years in 90 minutes. Corner kicks, Sweden had 8 of them. 8. Japan had 2. That tells you everything about where the physical danger was coming from. Victor Lindelof and Isak were monsters in the air, winning every second ball, winning every header, pushing Japan's defense to its absolute limit. And yet, Japan held firm. Ku Itakura and Hiroki Ito standing like walls at the heart of the defense. Zion Suzuki in goal-making saves, 4 of them. 4 crucial saves that kept Japan alive in the first period. 4 shots saved. Sweden outshot Japan 10-8. And yet, it was Japan who struck first. Minute 56. That's when this match changed forever. Japan break forward. The ball moves quickly, efficiently, the kind of slick combination play that makes this team so terrifying to defend against. And then the net ripples. Japan 1, Sweden 0. The Samurai Blue go ahead. The bench erupts. 60,000 people in that stadium simultaneously lose their minds. And right here, right at this moment, you have to ask yourself, is Japan about to pull off one of the great World Cup group stage results? Sweden's response was immediate. Coach's tactical adjustment at halftime already had Sweden's wide players pushing higher, stretching Japan horizontally. And in the 62nd minute, barely 6 minutes after Japan scored, Sweden equalized. Gyokeres involved, the quality of that Swedish attack simply too much to keep out forever. 1-1, just like that. The momentum had swung back, and now the game becomes a different beast entirely. Both managers throw everything at the last 20 minutes. Japan make 5 substitutions in total. Sweden make 5. Fresh legs, fresh ideas, new energy. This is chess played at 100 miles an hour. Japan's yellow card in minute 77. Sweden's second yellow in minute 85. The tension is boiling over. Players are tired, legs are heavy, and both teams know exactly what's at stake. A win here keeps your Group F destiny in your own hands. A draw, and you're looking over your shoulder at other results. And somehow, impossibly, neither side could find a winner. Final score, Japan 1, Sweden 1. Now let's talk about what this actually means. Japan end the group stage with 2 wins and a draw. Sweden, who many tipped to top this group, had to settle for a point in a game they desperately wanted 3 from. The statistics are damning for Sweden in a different way. 5 shots on target against Japan's 3, but Sweden's keeper Widell Zetterström made 2 saves that proved equally critical. Japan's Zion Suzuki made 4. That's a goalkeeper dragging his team through the mud and refusing to let them drown. The fouls tell a story too. Japan conceded 20 fouls, 20 to Sweden's 11. That's a team that was desperate, a team that was being pressed and pressured relentlessly, and yet they survived. Yet they endured. That kind of defensive resilience is not accidental. That is coaching. That is preparation. That is a team that has been built specifically to withstand moments like these. Ritsu Doan, Daichi Kamada, Ao Tanaka in that midfield, controlling the chaos, being the engine room that Japan needed. Kaito Nakamura on the right, consistently dangerous, consistently forcing Sweden to track back. And Daisen Maeda up front, never stopping, never resting, harassing and pressing, and making every Swedish defender's life an absolute misery for 90 minutes. But let's be absolutely clear about Sweden too, because writing them off would be a catastrophic mistake. Gyokeres and Isak as a striking partnership is something that belongs in a different stratosphere to most things at this World Cup. The way Gyokeres peeled away from markers, the way Isak used his body to shield possession while waiting for support. This is club football quality at its highest level being performed on the World Cup stage. Sweden's problem wasn't talent, it was efficiency. 8 corner kicks and no goals from set pieces against a team Japan's size? That is a missed opportunity that could come back to haunt them. And that's the brutal honesty of this result. Japan earned their point. Sweden wasted opportunities to take all 3. And in a group as tight as Group F, that difference, that one dropped point, might end up being the difference between a round of 16 spot and a flight home. This match had everything. A late first half yellow card that changed Sweden's rhythm. 2 goals within 6 minutes of each other that sent pulses racing. A second 45 minutes of pure, unrelenting pressure, and a goalkeeper in Zion Suzuki who proved, without any shadow of a doubt, that he belongs among the very best at this tournament. Japan versus Sweden, 1-1. A result that felt like a loss for one team and a triumph for another, even if the scoreline said exactly the same thing for both. That is World Cup football. That is why we watch.